They told you hacking is hard. But what if I told you that in less than 15 minutes you will learn how to hack a real website using SQL injection step by step from beginner to pro? Today I am going to show you how hackers hack websites using a powerful technique called SQL injection, both manually and automatically using tools like BURPSUITE and SQLMap. And guess what? We'll be using a real vulnerable website built for learning, testphp.vulnerableweb.com. Disclaimer: this tutorial is for educational purpose only. We are using a legal vulnerable website provided by Accunesit called testphp.vulnerableweb.com. Please do not use on live website without permission. Let's start our hacking journey like a real hacker. What is SQL injection? SQL injection is a technique used to trick a web application into executing unindented SQL queries. If the login form is not properly secured, an attacker can inject SQL code to bypass authentication and log in without knowing any valid credentials. Section A: Manual SQL injection. Target: testphp.vulnerableweb.com. Goal: bypass login and understand how SQL injection works manually. Step 1. Visit the login page. Go to testphp.vulnerableweb.com. Paste. We try common default credentials. Username admin, password admin. Login failed. This means we need to try SQL injection next. Test 1. False condition. Username 01 equals to 2. Password, you can type anything. Here we try a false condition 1 equals to 2, which is always false. As expected, login fails. Test 2. Wrong syntax. Username 01 equals to 1. Password, type anything you want and click login. This payload is almost correct, but we forgot to comment out the rest of the query. The database likely throws an error or just blocks the login. Test 3. Success payload. Username 01 equals to 1. Password, you can type anything and click login. Boom! It works. We are logged in without valid credentials. This time we use 01 equals to 1, which is always true, and we end the line with tag to comment out the rest. Here's how this SQL injection works to bypass authentication. The injected payload looks like this. Select all from users where username equals to 01 equals to 1. Now let me break it down. The part 01 equals to 1 is always true, and because of that the database returns all users. The tag symbols is used to comment out the rest of the SQL query, so anything after it gets ignored. As a result, the application thinks you are a valid user and grants access even without a correct username or password. This is how the attacker bypassed the login system using a simple trick. As you can see, not all payloads work. Some fail because of logic, some due to syntax error. That is why manual SQL injection testing is all about trial and error, trying different payloads until you find one that works with the target system. Always remember, each website has different SQL logic. You must test and adjust based on how the backend handles queries. Now that you have seen how SQL injection works manually, you can explore more advanced payloads from a GitHub list. It is called Payload Boss SQL Injection Payload List, and it contains hundreds of ready-made payloads you can test. I have added the link in the description below. Go check it out. Section B. Automate SQL injection with SQLMap. Target website test.php.vulnerableweb.com. You can install SQLMap by typing sudo apt install SQLMap. Step 1. Find a vulnerable URL. Use Nmap or Google Doc. In URL, site, column, your target website. For example, test.php.vulnerableweb.com, php, $ID equals to. Here are the vulnerable URLs that can potentially be exploited using SQLMap. Step 2. Run SQLMap. SQLMap. Tag U, your target URL. Tag DBS. It will find injectable parameter and show database. As you can see, available database 2. Accurate information schema. Step 3. Get tables. SQLMap. Tag U, target URL. Tag D, database name. Tag tables. Step 4. Dump data from users table. You can do that by removing tag table. Type T, users table. Then type tag dump. You will get username, email, passwords. Section C. Using Burp Suite Advanced Manual Testing. Step 1. Open Burp Suite. Turn on proxy intercept. Step 2. Capture login request. Go to testphp.vulnerableweb.com/login.php. Enter fake login. Username admin. Password admin. Capture with Burp Suite. Step 3. Send to intruder. Ctrl A to select all and click clear. Mark username and password as payloads and click add. Go to Payloads tab. Load payloads from .txt file or manual lists. Click Start Attack. Monitor response length and status code to detect success. As you can see, some payloads return a 200 status code, but most of them return 302. This means that the payloads returning a 200 status code are the successful ones that we can use to bypass the login page of testphp.vulnerableweb.com. Let's copy one of the payloads that returned a 200 status code and try to bypass the login page with it. Ctrl B to paste your payload here. Password you can type. Boom! We have successfully bypassed the login page. When testing SQL injection with Burp Suite intruder, you will mostly see two status codes, 200 and 302. 200 org usually means a successful login. 302 pound usually means a failed login redirect. But here's an important tip. The most common status code, the one you see over and over, is usually for failed attempts. The successful payload will often have a different status or appear less frequently in the list. So always look for the odd and out, the one that appears just once or a few times. That may be your working payload. Section D. How to protect against SQL injection. Use prepared statements, parameterize queries. Avoid direct string concatenation in SQL. Use frameworks like Django, Laravel, the auto-protect. Sanitize and validate all user inputs. Use WAFs, web application firewalls. Now you know how SQL injection works manually and with tools. You have seen real payloads, learn how to use SQLMap and Burp Suite, and most importantly, you know how to stay protected. If this helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more cybersecurity tutorials. Drop a comment, I did it, if you made it to the end. Let's hit millions views on this video together.